Good morning, guys. I am up bright and early for Cars and Coffee. Well, I guess not any earlier than I normally be up. But anyways, you guys might be wondering, what the heck is that car doing behind you? Well, I'll explain that a little bit later in this video, but since we're going to be heading out to Cars and Coffee, I'm meeting up with a couple of buddies first, so let's not be late to Cars and Coffee. Let's go meet up with them, grab some coffee, and head over to the show. So good. So the people we were meeting up with to go to Cars and Coffee have zero clue that I have this car in my possession and we're taking it to Cars and Coffee. So one of them has an N, one of them has an Elantra Sport. Neither of them you guys have seen on the channel, but it's going to be hilarious to see the reaction once I pull up and they see this car. And one of them we're actually meeting up with lives right around the corner from me, so we are about 30 seconds away from seeing his reaction. Oh, there it is. He's got a garage sale going on next to him. Nice car.
Crazy. Did you take it?
Yeah, they let me take it.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I want to give you my quick driving impressions and first impressions, even though this isn't my first time driving this car. I did drive it last night, of course, very quickly on the way home. But since I'm not going to have the car for very long, I just want to give you guys my impressions here driving the Elantra N for the first time. So of course this is the DCT, so there's no shifting or anything like that. This is actually the one I was most curious to drive because I've never driven this wet 8-speed dual clutch transmission. But first impressions, the seats. I thought they'd be a lot more comfortable than they are, to be honest. And it is one of the things that probably bothers me most here on the interior. And that is because the way I have the seat adjusted and my body type here in the car, the armrest sits kind of too far back for me. I need it to be like up another few inches to where the bolster and my arm and the armrest, they don't really get together too well. And it's really not comfortable because it pushes my right arm forward. So really that's just a comfort issue, body type issue. But to me, that's kind of a make or break on this car, given that you drive the car every day and you have to sit in the seat. So it's just not too comfortable for me personally, so it's definitely one of the things I would check out if you guys are interested in this car. So other than that, the interior is what it is. I'm gonna have another video dedicated on the interior, so if you guys are curious about my thoughts on the interior, especially compared to my Elantra GT N line, make sure to check that out up in the card in the corner. So this is also my first time driving a car with a digital gauge cluster. That was a really cool BMW in dark green. Anyways, this is the first time driving a car with a digital gauge cluster, so the way it changes with the modes and all the different functions you can do on the digital gauges, awesome stuff. The N modes, of course, they're awesome. The way they change the dynamics of the car entirely. Speaking of that, the ride quality was actually softer than I was expecting it to be, especially in N mode, because, you know, from the reviews I've seen, they say this car is pretty stiff. Well, the Elantra GT N line is stiff and bouncy, especially compared to the GT Sports. So to me, sport mode in this car is the rough equivalent to my Elantra GT N line. N mode is definitely a little bouncier, but the dampening is just a little bit strange in this car because it does float at times, and that's not something I was expecting at all in this car, was to have that little floaty, soft, cushy sensation in, you know, especially in sport mode over certain bumps. So I don't know if it's just, you know, what it is about the feeling, but it just feels way different than my Elantra GT. And to me, that car is set up very nicely for the price point and the dampening and everything with that car. So to me, that's just one thing that I got from first impressions of driving this car, that over certain bumps and certain drive modes, it can be a little boaty feeling, which is surprising to me. Now, I love listening to that exhaust. It is so nice sounding from the factory. It is basically all you ever want in a car. I mean, to have the valved exhaust sound like that on a turbocharged 4-cylinder, it definitely adds to the fun factor and their spirited driving goals. So Hyundai needs to keep up the good work on this kind of stuff. So that's pretty much my quick driving impressions here with the Elantra N. I'll go ahead and fill in some more information after this clip. but I kind of want to enjoy the drive over there. We'll get some more footage, of course, of Cars and Coffee, meeting up with everybody, and just enjoy this beautiful day all together. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. So we'll catch you guys in a minute. Thank you. Have a good day. I can't believe they let me, but
Yeah, I was like, how the fuck did you get that up?
no, I only got for this morning. Yeah.
So I guess that answers that nobody bought it.
No, not yet. I'm hoping somebody comes in from the show or something.
Yeah,
and
that'd be
So Cars and Coffee has just wrapped up here. As you guys see, everybody is pretty much out of here. And I just want to give you guys my final thoughts on the Elantra N. I had a lot of good feedback from the people who attended this event and some of my friends as well who sat in the car. Kind of just got a feel for the N itself, as well as just the general public who haven't really seen the Elantra N in public a whole bunch. So the verdict was that people thought the price point was right in line with about what they expect of a car like this. Now, it's not too low, of course. People would much rather have it a couple $1,000s cheaper, but it's not too high. It's not so high that people wouldn't consider the car for $35,000. But overall, I think people were impressed by the car. It definitely drew quite a bit of attention, and it's definitely a nice, fun color as well. So in terms of whether I would buy the Elantra N or not, I think the seating position, like I mentioned earlier in this video, is one of those things where that's almost a deal breaker in my eyes, that the comfort of a daily driver car like this is just not there, especially compared to my Elantra GT N line. But if the seats fit you better and are more comfortable, then I think it's a great daily driver. Sure, some of the interior materials are not quite as nice as I would prefer them to be. Now, some other people might not care as much, but overall, I think it is a great car. It's definitely fun to drive. Has a ton of power, you know, the launch control, the adjustable suspension, the valved exhaust, all the N settings and stuff like that are definitely a huge benefit in this car. And if you're looking for a solid daily driver that you can run to the track with, has a great warranty at a relatively affordable price point, I think the Elantra N is hard to go wrong with. So I think that's where I'm going to leave this video. A huge thanks to Green Family Hyundai for loaning me this Elantra N to take to Cars and Coffee and give you guys my opinions on the Elantra N and how it drives. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. If you have any questions or comments regarding the Elantra N or anything else about the channel, as always, leave those down in the comment section below and I will definitely get back to you. So I'll leave you guys here with a little exhaust rev, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. So I can't help but not add this clip into this video. I just got back in my car after driving that one for the morning, and amazing, just crazy differences in the amount of space that the Elantra GT has. I can stretch my legs, you know, the console is farther over, the door is a little bit farther over to the left side. You know, there's so much space here to move your legs. Now, some of that is to do with the seat in the Elantra N, but not all of it. There's definitely not as much space between the console and the door in that car. And also this armrest right here, you know, the seat's not interfering, the armrest slides forward. This car is just so much better of a daily driver, so much more comfortable. The ergonomics of this car, oh man, yeah, I just had to film this clip because that's my initial reaction getting back in this car after driving that one, is that, man, the ergonomics, the comfort in this thing for the money, oh, you just could not beat it back a couple years ago. So yeah, I definitely think I am happy and satisfied keeping this car over getting something like that.